Hey everyone, welcome to the Work Time Fun podcast. My name is El, and let's get started. First off, who am I? My name is Elmar. My friends call me El, so you may all call me El as well. I'm based out of San Diego, California, and doing this as a fun time gig. Just starting podcasting. We were talking with friends from work. Just usual talking shit and all that kind of stuff. So as a, bet or as a suggestion, started making a podcast. The other question, why should you listen to me? Well, let's see. I think I'm interesting. I think I have a soothing voice. And maybe we have similar interests. If you're into the superhero genre, if you like Marvel, DC, all those kinds of things, or even just video games, or what other stuff? Things that we just talk shit about at work and have fun. Well, that's what we got here. I'm no professional at this. Definitely an amateur. But we're working as we're going. And, maybe you'll like to join in with me sometime and just listen. So, there we go. All right. First order of business. Let's see. Let's talk about the 3 recent movies that I watched. We've got The Batman, which was in theaters, and Turning Red, recently released on Disney Plus, and lastly, The Atom Project, which is on Netflix. Okay, with The Batman. Watched this actually back on March 1st. I believe it was a Tuesday evening. We got fan appreciation early screening, which was cool. It was at Edwards Theater in IMAX, and as we got in, we were handed out some free comic book for the prequel to The Batman that was aired, and that was pretty cool. That was nice of DC to do that. As far as the movie itself, man, it's 3 hours long, so be prepared for that. I was actually holding my pee the whole time. I don't recommend doing that. And this movie has been divisive. It's been out for a couple of weeks now. You got people who like it, people who don't. And it's still doing well. It could do a lot better. I certainly think it's worth watching, even the whole 3 hours. Some people get a little bit tired towards the end. I thought it was great. We've got the Batman who's finishing up his year 2 as Batman, sophomore, getting to junior year. He's fresh, but not that fresh. And you can see he hasn't perfected his, sneaking around and being able to just handle whatever the situation is and, be his usual on top of everything self as we know him now, or in recent iterations at least. So, gives it a really good take. And if everyone here is against the whole Robert Pattinson because of Twilight and all that, that just proves that you haven't seen anything else that he's been in recently. Right before this, there was Tenet. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen Tenet, another damn good movie to see. But anyways, back to the Batman. He's got this journal that he's keeping track of his progress for the past couple of years being the Batman in Gotham. And seeing how even though he's been doing all this work, there's just really been no progress. And he's just wondering if what he's doing is if it's right or not. And, movie progresses. I don't want to ruin it for everyone. He's also got this kind of monologue going on throughout the movie, kind of his own narration of events, which is kind of cool and different because you don't hear him when he's in character as the Batman or even as Bruce Wayne. He kind of lets everyone else talk for him. And so it's kind of interesting take. And then eventually you get to meet other characters. Oh, Riddler's entrance. Now that was freaking gnarly. When I can't even ruin it for everyone. Anyways, the Catwoman. Oh man, Zoe Kravitz. Damn, let's just say she got that seductress part down pat. Yep. Oh, the Penguin. Okay, he's not like Danny DeVito when you seen him in Batman Returns movie. There's no way anyone would know that was Colin Farrell under all that makeup and prosthetics. So they did an awesome work on that. You also got Alfred, played by Andy Serkis, who virtually plays every character from every genre of film out there. You got him in Marvel, you got him in Star Wars, you got him now here in DC. Dude, that guy's everywhere. But it's all good. I'd have to say this version of Alfred seems a little bit weak as far as what's represented in this movie. Wasn't much of a relationship there between him and Bruce Wayne or Batman. But it's there. It's just not really presented to us in any way. But we know it's there. Oh, you got John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. That's cool. I like John Turturro. I think my fondest memory of him was when he was in, was it Men in Black? Or something like that. He's usually one of those wacky, funny characters, at least from what I've seen him in. This one is pretty slick. This mobster guy that just, was he saying something that was true or not really? You don't know. Can't really tell with this guy. And as you can tell from the trailers and everything, this is a detective noir Batman that's, as the tout, the world's greatest detective. And for a Batman movie, that's true. It's not something that we've seen in any of the prior versions. Fresh version of the world's greatest detective on screen or on the big screen. And I dig it. If any of you have seen the Batman, the animated series from the early 90s, you kind of get what they were kind of going for. I know this is actually based on the comic book, The Long Halloween, and some other things, but for me personally, it draws those memories back from the time I was watching the animated series. Because you got the Batman. He wasn't just a guy full of gadgets. I mean, yeah, he did have all those, but there were times, I remember episodes where he would be dressed up as a hobo or some kind of, just a civilian out on the street. He's not the Batman. He's not Bruce Wayne. He's just some guy. And that's how he's gathering intel. That kind of this movie, The Batman, kind of reminded me of that. That's why I dug it. On top of everyone else, all the other characters, and just how well acted everyone did their parts. And towards the end, where everyone, or not everyone, where people have their complaints about, it kind of drags, and what kind of ending is this? It changes this Batman's kind of vengeance morale or his code early in the movie into a more of redemptive arc of, he's the Batman. He's here to save us. He's not here to just kick our ass. He could do that too, but you know what I mean. I do intend to watch this again. Just haven't had the time. There's just so many things going on out there. But it's alright. Lead us on to the next movie we got, which is Turning Red, which is on Disney+. Now this is an animated film from Pixar for the Disney Studios. I thought it was good. This is not everyone's cup of tea. I understand that. And it may not be for everyone's family either. It's more geared towards girls. If you have young boys, they might enjoy it, but a lot of the things there probably may not relate as far as, they're all these characters, they're young preteen girls, like they're fawning over boys or this boy band group called Four Town. But the overall story of this is, pretty good take. You got a young girl who's really devoted to her parents, her family, and upholding, those strong family values and just being a good kid. But then things go awry, and because of this family curse, which she finds out later on, whenever her emotions get all riled up, she turns into this big red panda. And so it brings in some, I guess, hilarious parts into the film. Disneyfy it as I could say. And then, getting into this other redemption arc after the kind of big bad, not really big bad, but antagonist of the movie, our young hero girl kind of makes light of it and turns this into a more positive note. The usual kind of stuff that you'd expect out of Disney. So overall, it's a good film, mostly geared towards girls, but good time for the family, I'd say. And lastly, we've got The Adam Project, which is on Netflix. And actually, I've been really excited to watch this for a while. I saw a bunch of commercials because, the main guy, Ryan Reynolds, of course, for Deadpool. He likes to advertise the crap out of everything he's in. If you're on YouTube, you've probably seen some of his Mint Mobile ads. And everyone's constantly reminded about, when we're going to see the next Deadpool. Well, see Ryan Reynolds, you've got Deadpool. He's naturally him. Anyways, so you got the story. You're first introduced with, Ryan Reynolds' character. He's flying this jet and he flies into a wormhole. And lo and behold, he ends up in the past where he meets his younger self, his 12-year-old self. And hey, that kid's pretty cool. I forgot what his name is, but hey, that kid, he's probably going to go places. Mark my words. Anyways, you follow the story and you get this little banter because you got older character Ryan Reynolds, then you got the younger character of him, and it's like they taught the young kid how to be like Ryan Reynolds. So you got this cool back and forth between the two, and it's just awesome. It's awesome to hear. Word of caution if you're trying to watch this with your family. I mean, it is a family movie, but be warned, it's kind of PG-13. Got a little bit not explicit, but kind of, so for the young ones' ears, it's fine for my kid. He knows adult words and that they're bad and not to use them, so we're fine when we hear it every once in a while. And so I take this as a fun family-oriented movie with a lot of jabs at all the different superhero genres. Even got a little bit of Star Wars mixed in there, aside from all the Marvel characters that you see already, and some jabs at maybe Back to the Future. Yeah, there's some references in there too, so that's pretty cool. This movie's got some range. You've got some action sequences. You've got, of course, all the comedy aspects you'd expect out of Ryan Reynolds and crew. And then you got this family, wholehearted aspect of it, which is why it's a family movie. Gets you right at the feels. And I can tell from my son laughing all throughout the movie and then enjoying it, and at the end saying, yeah, he liked it, that I think a lot of you and your families would too. Now, this isn't only for just families to enjoy. I think if you're a single person or, with just a significant other, this is a fun movie to watch. Especially if you like Ryan Reynolds kind of comedy, Deadpool-ish kind of comedy, then you'll have a good time with this too. Well, that's it for all the 3 reviews I said I was going to do. Stay tuned. I'm going to be making this a regular thing. I'm into all kind of things. Watch movies, TV shows, animated, live action, or even, comedies, everything. So, I hope you like what you hear. I hope you like hearing me, and that you'll tune in next time. So, hit that like if there's a like, hit that subscribe if you want to subscribe, or hit me up on any of my socials. I'll post them up. And for this podcast, it's all at Work Time Fun Podcast. At virtually every single kind of thing you got out there. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got TikTok, we've got YouTube. Still gotta make videos, but we got that going. Yeah. Oh, Facebook page, Work Time Fun Podcast. And yeah, hit us up. Or worktimefunpodcast@gmail.com if you do so want to. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hope you tune in again. Have a fantastic day.